and welcome to Kara's Cooking Show, the show where we're going to hearth cook a wonderful spread of delightful 18th century eats and beyond. Today we will be cooking a wassail and Twelfth Night special. Right here we have cooking and rising a dough. This is made from some flour, some dry yeast that has obviously been rising, butter, sugar, and some water. Now I've let this dough rise, and we're going to decorate it and make it into what is a 12th night king's cake. 12th night was the 12th night of Christmas, celebrated with wassailing and merriment, and it was the last night of the Christmas celebration. Now, the original recipe of the king's cake for 12th night calls for sweetmeats. Now, what are sweetmeats? We have to think back to what people were eating in the medieval times and the Renaissance. People would put meat into their pies and cakes, but sweetmeats refer to candied fruits like these cranberries here, and I put them with rum. I soaked all of these little cranberries with rum. You know what? A little bit goes for the cook right here. These are good. So I'm going to take these cranberries right here. I'm going to decorate my dough with them. I'm going to do it so that there's some space between the cranberries, because I'm going to put a few other things on my king's cake as well. Make it look super festive. Alright. Didn't use them all. I might come back and use a little bit more later. The next thing I'm going to add to my king's cake are these little almonds, because that's what the recipe called for. So I'm going to put them on my king's cake right here, and I'm going to do it in little rows that look super pretty and festive right next to my rum-soaked cranberries. Just so. And these are just regular blanched almonds. You can get them at any grocery store. I picked them up at my local market. It's really easy. All of these things you can get locally. Just like that. And look at that. It's coming together. It looks just like a wreath. And you'll notice the shape that I put this dough into, this king's cake, it looks like a wreath. And the reason for that is when it bakes up, it'll look sort of like a donut, but it's meant to look like a crown. Here we go, and we're almost done. Okay. And the last ingredient that I'm going to put on my king's cake are these orange slices. Now, we are here in New England, and orange slices are very hard to come by. So to have an orange at Christmas time is very, very exciting. It meant that we are living in a place that's prosperous, that has a merchant commerce area, and it shows a sign of wealth, that you have a gift at Christmas time. So are all of the toppings for my king's cake. So right now I am shoveling some coals right here. And I have a nice bed of them. I'm going to place this right here. This is my Dutch oven. Right on top of my bed of coals. Now this Dutch oven is a really unique piece of equipment. These are great pieces because you can bake in them, you can cook in them. They heat up nice and quickly and they stay hot. They're wrought iron. I like to call them sort of the microwaves of yesteryear. So in there right now is my king cake, and it's going to be baking away. The tradition of wassail goes way back when people would be celebrating on the 12th night of Christmas, and they would go door to door, and wassailing was just a lot like caroling, and it was full of merriment. Wassailing also pertains to a pagan ritual, and we use apple cider because people would pour the drink on their apple trees, believing that it would yield a better harvest. Now another thing that we're going to add to this drink is a little bit of rum. Maybe a lot of rum. Now this looks like a good drink to me. Cheers. Alright, so now I'm going to go in there and I'm going to rotate the pot and check on the king's cake. Whew. And it is rising, but we've still got some more time for it to go. Let's go drink that wassail. Put some more ashes on top there. Go. Ooh. It's very warm in there. Ooh, it's looking great. And it's nice and firm on the top. You like to see, looks like we've got a little bit of ash on it, but that's okay. Those are just 18th century problems. That's just fine here. I think I'm going to just let it brown up a little bit on the top, and we're almost done. This is very exciting. And it smells great. You can really smell those citrus flavors. Alright, and we're just about to check and make sure that this is all done. The fire is all but out, but we've still got some hot coals right on top here. And I'm just going to check and make sure that this is done cooking. So bear with me. All right, are we ready? Oh, let me do the little touch test. And it looks like we are all ready to go. Let's see, right here. And it looks great. That looks so good. We'll let it rest and then we'll taste a little bit, okay? I wish you all a very merry 12th night and thanks for watching. I'm going to try this now. That's good. Wow. I hope you try and make this. Even if you don't have a hearth, you can make this in your own oven. And celebrate 12th night and wassail at your own time in your own kitchen, because it is a very merry holiday. Good night and good evening. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.